all, I want to thank Warren Fernandez for calling me here. And as you all know, even Mr. Somebody has told you that I'm in a political party. I work a lot for the Certified OBC. East Indian community, first of all, I have a question for all these years. How much love do you have for your community? And then, only if you love your community, then only you can work for your community. I come here, I make a good speech, go home and forget. I told Warren, I said, for every community to get strong, you should have a perfect platform. And when we have a perfect platform, then only we all can work together. And I think I was with Warren for so many meetings, and I studied that Bandra Gym is a perfect platform for all the students. The reason, I listened out, I said, if you have gone through the history of the East Indian community, I think the East Indian Association was formed much ahead of the Bandra Gym. And then when Bandra Gym came into existence, our people who were associated with Bandra Gym, they were so great that they have kept our rights in Bandra Gym. This is a really perfect foresight by our seniors who have really kept something for us. We are looking out for like the certain meetings in the other associations, and we are looking out for certain land from the government to have an office as MGP is trying for an East Indian Hoven. Am I right? This can be achieved only if you have our strength. We have to show the government that we all East Indians are really powerful. Though we are just a small minority, 2%. I mean, if you go to the census, not even less than that. But if you all come together and fight for a particular cause, I don't think anything is impossible. Because I'm with a real big political party, and if you fight for rights the right way, I work with the ideology of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. Now, you all, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar must be only the Dalit. He is not for the Dalits. He has written our constitution. And in the constitution, he has given us the right, as we have a right in our membership, our vote counts. And only if you vote in the right direction for the right people, and the people who will fight for you. I don't say that I am going to say only Warren Fernandez. Today, we are here with him, we are asking him rights. Tomorrow, he doesn't vote for our rights, we will go against him. Am I right? The same thing what we are going to ask from the other community now. They have been working on for so many years. And what have they given us? You go to the rules and regulations of Bandra Gym, we have got a perfect right here, as you have mentioned in your papers. And as an East Indian, you tell me now in Bandra Gym, let me not talk about other subjects, let's come to Bandra Gym straight away. Now you tell me, when I joined, I paid 25,000 rupees for my membership. I think when my other brothers joined, some have paid 5,000, some have joined with even 1,000 rupees a year. Today they are charging 2 lakhs of rupees. Tell me how many students can afford 2 lakhs of rupees as a membership in Bandra Gym? And if you don't fight, I think next year will be 3 lakhs of rupees. Student members, 5 lakhs. And I've got student members who can even pay 10 lakhs of rupees. I know a family, they asked me, can you get me membership? I said, no, the membership is closed. So I said, कितना भरने के लिए है? इसमें 10 लाख भरने होता है. Now you tell me, if people in 2 lakhs rupees we cannot afford our membership, it becomes 3 lakhs rupees because this is what will happen. Looking at the mindset of the present community. Okay? Now in 3 lakhs of rupees we can't afford the membership, and others can afford 10 lakhs of rupees. a time will come, there will be all these students will be kicked out. Tickets from state available. And if we all don't come, this is the right time now. That this dream team who has assured us that they will give our rights for the East Indian community. I would request all my brothers and sisters, come together, let's all come together, form a powerful platform, give them the support and take the assurance that they will support our community. And I'm sure from here we start our programs, our movement. We have great leaders. We have got Vimal Vishwas, we have got Dr. Mementa, we got MCB Gleason, we got Neil Mulgaonkar, Sangatna, so many Sangatnas. We all come together, and each one have their own ideology, each one let them work in their own way. But when time comes, we all should come together, and this should be a proper platform with an assurance from Varun Fernandez that you will fight for our rights, and we assure you that we will give all our support to this.
Thank you. And once again, what we promised, we'll definitely deliver. And I know the East Indian community, what can happen if we don't deliver, and what if we don't keep our promises. I think there's so much said today. I'm sure we all know the East Indian community. And who doesn't know that if promises are made to an East Indian community, what can happen? So it goes for not only for these things, that even the government does not promise, if government promises a certain thing and they don't do it, we also fight, right? We take up issues. It's a funny thing, let me share with you, again to the Bandichan Thana. I asked most of the members over here, I'm sure you have received a lovely 3-page letter from the Bandichan Thana talking about something, a letter sent from me to the charity commission's office. Now let me share that with you in just take a minute for that. Is that all I asked to the secretary of the Bandichan Thana, can you have elections? It was not asking an appeal. Can you have elections which is fair and transparent? No reply to my letter. Then I write to the trustees. Trustees, please conduct elections in a fair and transparent manner. And why am I saying it? Very simple. It's because the current procedure is what you stand in the line as per your alphabet of your surnames. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, what's there? You collect your ballot paper. That ballot paper does not need to go to the ballot box immediately. Tell me which election you collect the ballot paper. You stand in the line, you collect the ballot paper, you go there, you'll go and collect, show your identity card, you will vote. That means you are either putting your ballot paper in the ballot box or you're doing it in an electronic way in today's municipal elections and MLA elections. And then your finger is marked. Why is this procedure not followed in the Bandichan Thana? Is my only question. Please follow that procedure so that the ballot paper goes in the ballot box immediately and not after 3 hours. And why am I saying that? Is because if an opposition can identify that 500 people do not just collect the ballot paper and do not put it in the ballot box, who makes these ballot papers? I am not accusing anyone, please, even if anyone is recording this, I am not making any allegations, I am saying possibilities of this can arise, where someone will identify 100 or 300 people are not use their ballot. And any opposition, I can do that, I can probably duplicate that ballot paper and go and put the same 300, which I know identified 300 of you have not casted your vote, and put it in the ballot box. So I am saying that if I can probably rig that election, anyone can. So why can't you have a simple procedure, collect the ballot paper, put it in the ballot box, and because of that, no answer to me from the Bandichan Thana, nor from the trustees, but although I always promised and I always said that I will never speak against the trustees, but this is a matter of fact that Dinesh Benita, who's the honorary secretary, told me she's been instructed by the trustees not to reply to my letter. So if I am not going to be, my letter is not going to be answered, what is my option? If some the girl gets raped, what do? You go to the police station. If a crime takes place, you go to a particular authority. Why can't I believe that the Charity Commission was an authority because they have a registration number? If they have a registration number which is E107 something something D, I asked the secretary again that if this number is there, what is this number? If you join an organization, even as an employee, you have a right to ask that organization, are you a partnership firm? Are you private limited? Are you public limited? Or what are you? So and if you're going to be a director in that company, you better know because the staff will ask you. Now if I'm going to stand for elections, don't I know whether it is registered with the public trust? It isn't fair for me to know that, even members should know that, right? That whether you are registered with the public trust or you are just an association of people. So they told me no, they are an association of people. So my question was, then how do you have this E number? E so and so, so and so. They told me they don't know. If an authority sitting down there on the chair tells me she and he, both of them, the current joint and the current secretary says they don't know, then who should know? Then I should know. I have to know the fact, no? So I went to the Charity Commission office. They tell me they're registered. So I wrote to the Charity Commission a very simple letter in this bunch of papers that I've given you. The first page was a letter to the Honorary General Secretary. That was a very simple letter. That's on page 1. Page number 2 is the letter to the trustees. Page number 3 is the letter to the Bandajan Thana. And page number 4 is the letter to the Charity Commission. What am I saying right at the end? I appeal to you to please make the process of elections transparent and fair by doing the following. What am I asking? Very simple thing. So now what am I trying to say? Has any one of you all fellow management members get the annual report by post? No. No one gets the annual report by post because they don't want to send it by post to you. Although it is written in the rules. So my question is, if you do not want to spend postage money, then why are you sending 3 pages postage money to just see Warren send a letter to the Charity Commission and they are saying they are not registered. So why are you spending 4 rupees or 7 rupees on that? Spend the same money to send the annual reports to you now. That's a much better document to have in hand than a letter just from the charity office saying that no, we are not registered. That should have been in the annual report itself. It has to come right in the first page. We are not registered. We are a public trust. No, we are like now. I will quote Saint Sebastian. Now in our annual report, we write on the first page registration number so and so registered on so and so date. Okay, registration certificate dated so and so. But management needs to write on the front page, or probably even the letterhead. I am an association of people and not registered with the public trust. That's very simple. Then all this halabulla was not required. So big posters put up nowadays now in Bandajan Thana, caution members. So I'm going back to what Godfrey said. It's such a one-way traffic. That's why we want to make this a two-way traffic. That's why we believe in dialogues than just high-handedness. And I take back my statement. I shouldn't be saying that. So anyway, so I'll go to the next question. Any